side of in the spirit dimension, when you read, when you see stuff, you see everything. And really, when I looked at those newspapers, I saw the inscription on the newspapers where I died and the mystic behind it and the French ran away and all the different things happening around us and so on. But I don't want to go into that. You know, then I knew that my life on earth is finished. Just imagine for yourself, you're busy doing your stuff, you're busy drinking, maybe you're sitting here, you have a problem, and you drink and you don't know, maybe just one day it's your day to die, and then God decides that life, that breath that I blew in that person must come back to me because it belongs to me. Then just that one day when you say that, yeah, I'll carry on the way I did, I'm telling you now, you've got to make a decision, because life, you've got one life. I saw that when I was actually seeing myself in the newspapers, I knew that it was finished with me, finished with Dawid Ferreira. And immediately after that, I found myself in a tunnel, a very wicked place. It's such a wicked tunnel, and the different emotions there is, you cannot describe it. You really cannot describe it in any language. It's very bad. I just want to get something here. The emotions is terrible there. You feel the regret, the fear, the sorrow. Think of the worst thing that you can possibly think of that happened to you. Whether you've been raped, whether you've been molested, whether you've been mugged, whether you've been whatever thing that you think happened to you in a smash car crash or whatever. Multiply that feeling with a few billion times. Multiply that feeling that you had right there, that time, when someone died. Just imagine yourself, someone died in your family. Just imagine multiplying that feeling with 1 billion times. That is the feeling you get when you're in that situation, when you're out of your body and you know you died and you're busy going down this humongous vacuum cleaner. It's an evil tunnel, and on the sides you don't even touch the sides, and it sucks. The suction force is so strong you won't believe it. Hell has a suction force. That's why people run and do drugs, do this, do that, run to go to the sockies and jive, and the people go into Satanism and witchcraft and all that stuff. But they do not know what the end is of that. Do that. They do not know. It's horrifying. The resentment feeling that you have there towards yourself is a terrible, terrible feeling. It's so bad that you actually are so cross at yourself. So you've got so much anger against yourself because you smashed up your one life. That's how I felt. I felt like I was smashing up my one life that I had. I smashed it up. And the regret and the fear and the sorrow multiplied. As far as you go, it multiplies more and more and more and more and more. Every I don't know, but it was so fast that you cannot describe the speed you're going down those tubes. You cannot describe it. It's so fast and it's so far, it feels like eternity. You're going down and down, and it's speeding up and it's speeding, and every feeling, the regret, the fear, the sorrow, the resentment, it even multiplies. You cannot call it kilometers. It's far. Woo! My brother and my sister, if you know what's lying on the other side, you will, I'm telling you now, if you don't know Jesus Christ of Nazareth, you will run to the front, and you, tonight, after the sermon, you will give your life to Christ. Really. The evil there, that side. After the tunnel there is a vast darkness. You know, when all of a sudden, after the tunnel, it was vast darkness and I couldn't see my hand to my face. I couldn't see my hand to my face. It was so dark and it was scary. You know, I think, I don't know even how many times that feeling of resentment and regret and sorrow multiplied. I think it was 1,000,000,000,000 times, even there. Because I knew something held me there, because I wasn't falling down, I was just there. And then all of a sudden I saw a red spot which exploded in this humongous place I never thought existed. This place was so humongous. I'm telling you, it's like a small planet. And it's a sea of flames. If you've been in the deep sea and the wave makes like that, some people get very nauseous on the sea. I do too. But let me tell you, those waves were going up and down, and it was fire, my brother and sister, fire. Not water, there's no water there, it's fire. I'm telling you, I am a very shy man, but I have to tell you these things. There's no money to make in this, there's no money making scheme. This is a real thing. It's a real thing.
Yes.
And the quicker you accept this, the quicker you understand that this is a real thing, the quicker your real life will start with Christ. The vast darkness. Oh, there I was lost. No, didn't know what happened till this place exploded. This hell. There I saw half humans, half animal creatures. I saw worms, and the worms were eating them. They were screaming. There, they don't breathe. There's no breathing there. They just keep on, forever and ever. And can you ever take that irritating screams? And it's not one person. It's multitudes and multitudes and multitudes of people and humans torturing them and roaring and going on and tormenting those people. And the people there, they shake. I can't do it now because I've got something in my pocket. I can't do it. But they try to scratch the worms away, but I can't scratch it away because it keeps on eating. It keeps on, if it eats here, it scratches here, it comes out on the other side. But it's many worms. And it's thick worms. And it's eating, and the people don't die there. They just keep on feeling these chewing worms, eating them, and they scream, and then the demon spirits tormenting them with sharp objects, and they biting them, and all these things, there they have, there's stuff like a bull man, bull man. The front part is a man, and the back side is a bull, and they've got horns, and they've got lion teeth. There's scorpions there's snakes with human heads, with lion teeth, with horns, and they eating the people also. And those bulls, and there's bucks also, they eating the people. And the torment is very bad there. It's so bad. There's no language for it. You cannot describe it in any language. Show me a language that can describe heaven, and show me a language that can describe hell. Heaven is a real place. There where heaven is, there is God. There's no worms. There's no scorpions that's eating you. There's nothing tormenting you. There's no flames. There's joy, peace, love. There's happiness forever and ever and ever and ever. You are with God there. But on the other side is hell. Now people want to know, but if God is so merciful, why is there a hell? You know what? God is merciful, that's why there is a hell. There is a hell because He cannot undo what He created. He rather would want you to spend your whole eternity with where you want to be. He cannot undo even His angels. His angels, He made a place for them there where they can be tortured because He cannot undo what He made. You sit here tonight, you're a human spirit in a human body. And I'm telling you now, your destiny, your soul belongs to God. Amen? Your soul belongs to God. You have to make a decision if you want to give your soul back to God and turn away from Satan and go to heaven. You have the choice. Now, I just want to say this. When I saw those horrifying stuff at the gates of hell, I felt like something were holding my back. Yeah. My spirit man were held by a hand that I could not describe that feeling of being held. I thought like, shoot, if this hand would leave me here, would leave me, my spirit man, I will burn in this place called hell, and this place will suck me right in, and I will burn forever. But I was so inquisitive and curious. Who is this man? Who is this man, or who is this person? Who is this individual that is keeping my back here? Who is he? Is it, but because I'm fearful, here's hell in front of me, and this person is holding me. Oh, I said, oh, please help me. Please help me. I don't want to burn in hell. If you just know what's happening on the other side, you would know to give your life to Christ. And I asked, oh Lord, is it you? And he kept quiet. He didn't say a word. And he showed me golden bowls with diamond fluid on the one side, too. And it was vast darkness. Here's hell in front of me. Here's the gates of hell, and he showed me golden bowls. And I asked God, oh Lord, what is that? And he said to me, those are the tears of your parents, your mother. Those are the tears of your grandmother. Those are the tears and the prayers of your family for your life. And the intercessors, the sisters at the prayer meetings, for 5 years they've been praying for me. For 5 years, 4 hours a week. At a time, they prayed for their children. They kept on praying and praying. And I was feeling what I was doing. I'm going to burn, Lord. Look how I just wasted those tears. I wasted those prayers because I just messed up my one life. The one life I had, I smashed up with drugs, with the wrong friends. Why? And I felt like, God, how on earth will I get a chance? Now I wasted all those tears. I wasted all those prayers. They prayed for nothing because here I am at the gates of hell. It was horrifying, I'm telling you now. You think it's a joke. You sit here but you say, oh, I'm telling you, it's no joke. On the other side, and I asked, oh God, please, Lord, give me a chance, one chance, I'll go and work for you. I'll go and work for you. One chance. And it felt like an eternity. Like an eternity, people, before he answered me. There is no time. This does not exist on the other side, my brother and sister. And our time is running out. Look at all the prophecies that came in fulfillment. It's a time for you to wake up. I do now take off that veil of your face, that blindfold of your face in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I rip it off your face that you might see the seriousness of this. You know, and God said, I'll give you a chance and I'll send you back. And like this, He has sent me back. I'm telling you, I went faster than the fastest ever. I went faster back through a white, bright light. I cannot remember 1 minute in that bright light. Nothing. From the bright light, I went straight to my body and I went through my mouth into my body. And there was no life yet. No one gave me a CPR. No one did mouth to mouth. Nothing. Nobody did nothing. God just started pumping me in my chest and He blew the breath in me. And I started breathing slowly and softly. And I still saw the grey nature, the trees and stuff. There was a tree hanging over us. And I just saw grey, and slowly but surely colour came back. My heart started to pound in my chest again. Thank God. Thank God. Hallelujah. But this is not all. A few years later, I had a problem. The devil wanted me dead. He kept on sending car crashes. The first was a truck. The truck went almost over my car. A brand new Conquest. My head dented the roof. C3 and my neck was cracked. I didn't even want to go with the ambulance. I just held my neck. I was afraid for ambulances and doctors. So I walked like this. And then 3 days afterwards, I went to the hospital, the Kempton Park Hospital, and they said, stand still, sir. Stand still. Your C3 is cracked. We're going to book you in. Just stand still. We're just bringing a neck brace. My life was hanging on a thread. And the devil, he wanted to destroy me. About 2 years later, a red Golf, brand new Golf, been given to me. First it was a truck. I was on my way to Bible college. On the way to Bible college in Roodepoort, Pastor Harold Weitz's Bible College, Little Falls Christian Center. Wanted to go over the road, the car just bombed out. There I stood in the middle of the road, couldn't start it. Taxi came from far, 400 meters, he went straight into me without braking, nothing. Oh God. I was standing outside of that car. I didn't know how I got out. The people asked, whose car is it? He says, it's you. It's you. It's yours. He says, what? My car. And then another taxi hit that taxi because the car was smashed on the was far away from the place it was smashed on a triangle. It landed in the middle of the triangle, and that bus hit that bus, and then when I jumped around, I was out. Amnesia for what? I don't know, 2-3 days. Didn't know what my name was. My mother came to me. She asked me about the death experience because she knew about it. And I told her the death experience. You see, the devil tried to erase it out of my skull, but he couldn't. Let me tell you, brothers and sisters. You know, just before I went to Bible college, I went back into drugs. I was back into drugs just before Bible college. I went back into drugs and I just used just about any drug on the market. Dawid, mandrax, coke and LSD and a little bit of heroin and acid and all that. That wasn't even talking about, alcohol was just a very normal thing, and cigarettes. I'm talking about Dawid, mandrax, but I did drink every night, every day. I worked at a restaurant, earned $5,000 a month. I didn't know what happened to all my money. I can show nothing. I'm telling you now. Then, I knew I had a death experience back then. But I had issues in my life that wasn't sorted out, you see. So, God met me in a dream. He said to me, Dawid, remember I gave you a chance at hell. And you didn't. You made a promise. You will go and work for me. Now you're busy back into drugs. You're busy with the same stuff. And worse. And I didn't know what to say in the dream. And God spoke. He said, let this be a sign to you. You and your friends will lose your accommodation. And I'll take one by one family member till I get to you. Till I get to you. Till you listen. And I said, God, I couldn't really say much. I just knew it was God speaking. That same night, my brother and sister, that same night, my aunt died. My aunt was blind. She died. There was nothing wrong with it. She started with a headache about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 2 o'clock at night she was in the hospital, busy dying. She had something wrong in her brain. Something happened. God just like this showed me that He will do what He said. Not even 7 days later. The end was 6 days later. 6 days later. We lost our accommodation. Someone said, well, we broke the gate, the electronic gate. And they chased us out. We had to move. Then I knew God was speaking to me. God was speaking to me. And then, that's where I went to Bible college. I just want to tell you, you have a chance. You have a chance. You're still alive. You know, don't think that you'll get a chance if you get